Hello. I'm Samir.
Think about it. Dubai?
UAE.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm Samir. Boy. UAE. Nice to meet you.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please? The special session of the World Journalist Conference 2023 will begin at 11 a.m. All participants, please come into the conference hall and be seated. Today, Mr. CHOI Young Sam, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, will deliver a special lecture on Korea's vision for the global pivotal state. Before taking the current post, Mr. CHOI served as the minister's spokesman and the Korean Consul General in Shanghai. Please welcome Mr. CHOI.
Good morning. My name is Young Sam Choi. As introduced just now, the Deputy Foreign Minister for Political Affairs of the Foreign Minister of the Republic of Korea. Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Kim Bong-chul, the President of the Journalist Association of Korea, distinguished journalists from around the world. Now it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you here to Seoul today. I'm very pleased to talk about Korea's foreign policy to you on the first day of the 2023 World Journalist Conference. Because time is very limited, I will make my very brief but very efficient presentation to you, as possible as much as possible. I believe all of us here can agree at least on following two facts. First, we are living in an era of polycrisis. The COVID-19 pandemic, climate change, global technological competition, supply chain disruptions, and the recent Ukraine war are profoundly impacting our everyday lives in an unprecedented manner. And of course, North Korea's nuclear and missile proliferation activities remain a direct threat to the region and beyond. Second, we all know that we have to resolve these challenges together because they are interconnected and multifaceted, and at the same time transcend national boundaries. It is in this context that the Republic of Korea is seeking to have its own vision of becoming a global pivotal state, or GPS in short. I have a GPS in my car, so I do not worry about where I have to go. If you have Korea as your friend, you don't need to worry about where to go in the future. In his inaugural address last year, President Yoon Suk-yeol laid out his philosophy of diplomacy that Korea should lead international solidarity, grounded in the core values of freedom, democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. As an exemplary democracy with the 10th largest economy in the world, Korea is currently working on expanding and advancing our diplomacy in accordance with its statute. To achieve this GPS vision, we unveiled our own Indo-Pacific strategy last year, December. It is a concrete policy roadmap to implement the vision and guidance, not only for seeking our national interest, but also for suggesting norms or orders needed for freedom, peace, and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region. Our Indo-Pacific strategy will be implemented on the basis of three main principles of cooperation, namely inclusiveness, trust, and reciprocity. First, inclusiveness. We will neither target nor exclude any specific nation. We will work with any partner that shares our vision and principles of cooperation. Second, our partnerships will be rooted in deep mutual trust. Trust is an integral part of how nations address regional and global challenges together. Third, and finally, we will seek mutually beneficial cooperation for a prosperous Indo-Pacific for all. Based upon these principles, we will pursue efforts in 9 core areas, such as promoting rule of law and human rights, expanding comprehensive security cooperation, strengthening cooperation in the critical domains of science and technology, leading cooperation on climate change and energy security, and engaging in tailored ODA, Official Development Assistance. Cooperation with countries who share universal values is essential for implementing our Indo-Pacific strategy. In particular, the ROK-US alliance is critical to advancing peace, stability, prosperity, not just for our two countries, but for the whole Indo-Pacific and the world. President Yoon is right now at this moment making a state visit to the United States this week for a summit with US President Joe Biden. This visit will be a historic opportunity to further strengthen our global comprehensive strategic alliance in the year marking the 70th anniversary of the Korea-US alliance. With Japan, we have pursued a future-oriented relationship. Korea and Japan are the closest neighbors geographically and key partners that share universal values, including democracy and a market economy. And at the same time, Korea seeks a healthy and mature relationship with China in a spirit of mutual respect and reciprocity based on universally recognized important norms and rules. With this Indo-Pacific strategy, Korea sets its strategic horizons beyond the Korean Peninsula or the Northeast Asia. For example, we will work closely with countries in the region, including ASEAN, through the Korea-ASEAN Solidarity Initiative, KASI in short. Korea also hopes to expand economic and cultural engagement with Pacific Island countries by hosting the first ever Korea-Pacific Island Special Summit next month in Seoul here. As we tackle urgent global challenges such as climate change and digital transformation, Europe is becoming Korea's another indispensable partner. In addition, we have strengthened our cooperation with countries in Latin America and the Caribbean by boosting high-level exchanges recently. In the Middle East, we will continue to widen cooperation in the areas such as nuclear power generation, hydrogen, and smart cities. In order to establish a mutually beneficial partnership with Africa, we are preparing now to host the Korea-Africa Special Summit in next year 2024. Distinguished world journalists, Korea is a fervent supporter of a rule-based order founded upon universal values like democracy, freedom, and human rights. Korea is also listed as one of the 5 full democracies in the Asian region by the Economist Intelligence Unit's 2022 report. Drawing on our experience of successful democratization, we would like to take the lead in strengthening international solidarity to promote and protect universal values. As part of such efforts, Korea co-hosted the second Summit for Democracy with the United States, Costa Rica, the Netherlands, and Zambia in March. Furthermore, Korea will host the third Summit for Democracy next year, so as to play a leading role in promoting democracy around the world. Also, let me assure you that if we are elected as a member of the UN Security Council from year 2024 to 2025, Korea will do its best to promote international peace and security. With the goal of increasing the ODA volume to reach the world's top 10 levels, Korea is expanding development cooperation and actively providing humanitarian assistance to the world in need. For example, Korea has provided $100 million for the suffering people of Ukraine last year only. In February this year, again, Korea pledged additional $130 million as part of Korea's continuing support for them. Moreover, the Korean government sent a Korean disaster relief team this February right after the devastating earthquake in Turkey and offered $5 million in emergency humanitarian assistance. This is a testament to our will to become a GPS, global pivotal state. Now, here, I wish to bring your attention to the security situation of the Korean Peninsula. The escalation of North Korean nuclear and missile threat is the most urgent security challenge in the region. North Korea has made unprecedented level of provocations, particularly since year 2022. Pyongyang launched a record number of ballistic missiles last year and maintains its readiness to conduct the 7th nuclear test at any time if politically decided. In the midst of it all, the government of the Republic of Korea is taking a stern and holistic response to deter North Korea's nuclear threats. To dissuade Pyongyang from further developing nuclear weapons. Second, and to achieve denuclearization through dialogue and diplomacy. In this light, President Yoon proposed the audacious initiative last year, which is a clear vision for a denuclearized, peaceful, and prosperous Korean Peninsula. We shall continue to urge North Korea to immediately cease its nuclear threats and respond positively to the initiative of our own. In parallel, we recognize that improving the human rights situation of the North Korean people is a way to uphold a universal value of mankind. Accordingly, the Korean government has made efforts to improve human rights in North Korea by co-sponsoring an annual UN resolution condemning human rights violations in North Korea, appointing the ambassador at large on North Korean human rights issues, and publishing the first North Korean human rights reports this year. Lastly, but not least, taking this opportunity, I would also like to say a few words about Busan, Korea's second largest city in its population and the largest city in its size. It's a little bit bigger than Seoul. Korea is actively seeking to win the bid for the World Expo 2030. Busan survived the Korean War intact as the last bastion of a free, democratic Korea, and this laid the foundation for the Republic of Korea as it is today. Emerging from the war into Korea's second largest city, Busan is the world's 5th largest port, as well as the second largest transshipment port, very important port in the world. Thus, it is our profound wish to share the wisdom and insights gained from the unique experience of Busan with the rest of the world by holding the World Expo 2030 in Busan, which will be focused on climate change and sustainable growth. I am very confident that you will be able to see for yourself the merits of the city on your visit to Busan this Thursday, just the day after tomorrow. Finally, I believe that the World Journalist Conference holds a very special meaning in that it brings together global opinion leaders for in-depth discussions about leadership in the digital transformation era and the future of journalism. I do hope that this year's conference will be fruitful and that you will have some time to enjoy the charm and dynamic of Korea during your stay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Che. Let's give a big round of applause to Mr. Che for sharing his expertise and insights. Now, we are going to wrap up the special session. We will come back with the opening ceremony of this year's World Journalists Conference after a 10-minute break.